Life is full of twists and turns. Life is full of twists and turns. Twists and turns, twists and turns. We are the children of God. Twists and turns, twists and turns. Life is full of twists and turns. Smadu.
Okay, welcome on board. I am Paul. I want to take you through a very simple subunit known as the praise value of decimals. Because you have interacted with decimals in various ways, I want to take you through the praise value of decimals. And I'll start by defining what a decimal is. A decimal is simply a fraction. All decimals are fractions that have a remainder, or a certain number that was divided and has a remainder. A good example is 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 is known as a tenth. Is known as a tenth. And if I were to write this one as a decimal, it means I take the numerator. The numerator is always the base. We say, if this was to be likened to a house, we say that 1 is the base. That's why it is on top here. So the other one, the denominator, is always outside the house. What can you multiply with 10 to get 1? In the multiplication of 10, 1 times 10 is 10. Therefore, even the smallest number 1 cannot be found here. It means it is 0 times 10 because any number times 0 is 0. Therefore, the only number I can apply with 10 to get 1 or an answer closer to 1 is 0. Because 10 times 0, 10 times 0 is 0. Then I subtract and get 1. And because I want to proceed, I ask for permission to proceed by putting a decimal point. Then with this decimal point, I can add a 0 here. What can I multiply with 10 to get 10? It is simply 1 because of 10. And now you get your number as, your answer as 0.1. For those who wish to do it more fast, you simply simplify this 10, this 0 represents a 10, and jump one step towards your right and put the decimal here. You will see that the decimal is here because all numbers that decimal is always at the end. You shift one step. And therefore you have 1 and the decimal point here. And because a decimal cannot be independent, you add a 0. Therefore your answer is 0.1. To proceed, we have 100. 1 out of 100. Using the simple method, I'll simply take 1 out of 100 and start jumping one step at a time. The decimal said it is always at the end. So you simplify the first 10, the first 0, and the decimal jumps one step towards that side. Then you still have one more number. Therefore, you say that the decimal is at that point, and I still have another 0. So you simplify this one also, it jumps the next step. Therefore, your answer is 0.00. Because you jump from this point to this point. It is 001. Because a decimal, you cannot have such a number, you simply add another 0 here. So you have converted the tenth into a decimal. And that's why I've said all decimals are fractions. Therefore, what is a thousand? A thousand is simply the same way. 1 out of 1, 2, 3, jump one step. Put a 0, jump another step, put a 0, jump another one, put a 0. So your answer is 0.001, and remember you have another number. Therefore, this number is known as a tenth. This one is known as a hundredth. A hundredth with a th because of 1 out of 100. This one is a thousandth. This one is a thousandth. And from that concept, we get the praise value of decimals. We get the place value of decimals. Now our lesson is place value of decimals. And before I take you through the place value of decimals, I want you to learn something. If you are mentioning a 10 has how many zeros? Only one. Therefore, on this side, they should have only one number. Look at this. 100, how many zeros are here? 2. Therefore, my answer, there is a problem now with my answer. The answer is this. They omitted 1, 2. So it was 0.01. Because 2 zeros, 2 numbers, these numbers on your right, from where the decimal is, are known as decimals, and they are represented each by a 0. So with 1,000, how many numbers do you expect? 1, 2, 3, 3 zeros. Therefore, 3 numbers. 1, 2, 3. Bravo. Now we have a number like 4.73. And therefore, I want to tease your brain. What is the place value of digit 7 comparing to a 10, to 100, comparing to 1,000? Borrowing from this, a tenth means one number. Therefore, the first number here is 10 tenths. Then the second number is 100th. I'm naming the decimals. And what am I saying? They are the decimals, the numbers on your right as the decimal. 100th, they must have a th because they were fractions. So is it possible to try this? 5.314. Let's try. What's the place value of digit 3? It is tenths. This one is thousand. Hundredth. Hundredth. With a th, represent a fraction. This one is a thousand. And that is the simple basic about getting the place value of decimals. Now I have only named the decimals. I have only given the place value of decimals. What about the whole number? Because like this number 3.473, from here this one is known as a whole number. These ones are known as decimals. All decimal answers must have a th. All the numbers on this side do not have a th, because if you put a th, it means it was a fraction. Therefore, from here you start from the word ones. Then you can proceed to tens as you are taught in other classes. Therefore, let us have this 317.432. Let us give the place values of the decimals first. This one is the tenths. This one is the hundredths, and this one is the thousandth. All of them must have a th because you are giving the place value of decimals. Then let us give the place values of whole numbers. A whole number, you just name it the normal way, starting from here. We have ones. You proceed to tens without a th, because putting a th it becomes a decimal. Then we have the hundredths. You have given the place values of all the numbers, either the decimals or the whole numbers. You can make more fun by attempting this quiz and get the marks automatically. Have a good day.